Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's really nice to have you. Now, I want you to tell us a bit about yourself and the position in the group, your position in this group.
As you mentioned earlier on, my name is Alhaji Abdul Ghaniyy Ojetola. I am blessed to say I'm one of the founder of one of the clubs.
Okay, sir.
Ibadan Think Tank is a group of clubs coming together to form Ibadan Parapọ̀.
Okay,
I
sir.
belong to Ibadan Land Development Association.
Okay, so we're going to come to that. I just want you to do like a brief introduction and your position in the group.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So what's your
I,
position in the
I
group?
am one of the founder of Ibadan Land Development Association.
Okay, sir. So I think Mr. Gbadamosi is back now and he can hear me.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. So just introduce yourself and your position in this group as well.
My name is Abdul Gafar Gbadamosi. I'm the chair of the think tank group, the current chair, and I'm the president of Oluyole Progressive Union.
Here in the United Kingdom.
Here in United Kingdom, yes.
Okay, so there's this question that people ask me, when we talk about Ibadan, what's the unique story behind Ibadan? Some people say the name Ibadan actually was Ebaodon or something like that, and the name came from that. But between the two of you, I don't know if it's Alhaji that will take this question. So what is actually the story behind Ibadan?
Well, you've said it. There are a lot of names attached to Ibadan concerning the establishment of Ibadan. Ibadan used to be called Ebaodan, and gradually it manifested into Ibadan.
I see. Somebody is here. Wale Dosun, keep up the good work. Oh, that's one of my broadcasters from Nigeria, Pastor Wale Dosun. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that clarification as well. So, but what is the brief story? How was Ibadan formed?
Ibadan, as you know, it's not difficult to know much about any state or any country nowadays once you Google it. But Ibadan was established by Lagelu in 18 something. If I can go into the book, I can tell you exactly what year Ibadan was established. Ibadan was established by the warriors coming from Ile-Ife.
Okay, sir.
Ibadan comprises of Ijebu, Egba, and Ife people. Gradually, they established themselves in one location. That location now is in Ido local government.
Right.
Gradually, Ibadan extended to what it becomes today.
I see. Amazing. I didn't even know that Egba was part of Ibadan. So
Ibadan consisted of many tribes.
Wow.
Speaking Yoruba, it consists of Ibadan, Ijebu, Ile-Ife, and Oyo.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the clarification. I'm just going to beam some of the comments. Akinto Kumbade Jumo, Uncle Tokes, he says, well done, community. Oh, okay, well done for hosting us. It's my pleasure, sir. And Pastor Adewale Dosumu is also asking a question. Can they tell us what brought about Ibadan Lomo? Oh, Molaipo. What's the
You want me to answer that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's good. You see, Ibadan, when Ibadan was established, you know there's no the son of the soil that doesn't have a village, which they call Oko. When people from the village, their outing is just to come to Ibadan. Ibadan's like Lagos to them.
Oh, okay.
And when you leave your farm or village to go to Ibadan, and you just walk about like you went to Makbo or Jaba, not the rest. And you go back to your village and they ask you, hello, Ibadan, did you go to Ibadan? Yes, sir. Where I went, where have you been in Ibadan? I went to Makbo, I went to Jaba, not the rest. Oh, the Layipo. So you didn't get to Layipo. And people don't know what is the meaning of Layipo itself. Layipo is one of the memorial tower that was built at Okeare. It has stair steps,
Yes.
and that stair steps is what they call Layipo. And
Ah,
when you climb that stair steps, you go to the last floor of
well,
that memorial tower. You can see
the whole of
everywhere in
Ibadan.
Ibadan. So
Yeah.
when you say you went to Ibadan, you don't go to Layipo. Say, "Ah, you didn't go to Ibadan then?"
Ah,
Because if you have been to that place, you could have seen
the whole of
the
Ibadan.
whole of Ibadan. That's
Ah,
why they say Ibadan Loma.
oh,
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 Malayipo. That
oh,
means you've been to Ibadan, but you have never been to Sapati, where the Layipo itself was built. And
um,
that Layipo was a memorial structure
wow.
of
Thank you so
Bawas
much.
Tower's wife.
Thank you so much, sir, for that clarification as well. Because I remember Galaxy Television eventually bought that property it's called the Rediffusion House where we got, and that place is not far away in Okiare. It's not far away from the Rediffusion House.
You get it. You
I
know
had
it.
the opportunity to go into that Laipo in the 90s. I had the opportunity to go into that, but I couldn't get to the last floor because it's quite it's quite a lot. I couldn't get to the last floor. So yes, thank you so much for that clarification. I don't know. I think people are asking questions. I will just try and see one more so that we can go on. We have a lot of questions. The monument was built by Captain Bower, Englishman who also was one of the architects of Mapo Hall. I see. Wow, amazing story. You see, these are some of the historical structures that we need to preserve. By now, it should be like a tourist attraction. I
Yes.
don't know what the Oyo State government is doing. This is a
It is. It's still. You see, people go there from time. Even when I took my children home some years back, we went there. It's a very tourist attraction now, and some parasiters are using it by inviting people to come and visit, not from Ibadan itself alone, but
okay.
all over the world. We
Okay.
just want people to know that we have some important landmarks in
Landmarks. Yes.
Ibadan.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to ask Mr. Gafar. I'm going to bring Mr. Gafar in now so that he can answer some of the questions as well, especially um, the membership of Think Tank Group UK. Can you kindly describe the membership of this group? Is group open to all Ibadan indigenes in the UK who can or who can't join this group?
The think tank group is an umbrella body for all registered associations or affiliates of the CCII, which is Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes.
Okay.
And every member, everyone that belongs to think tank group are of either of the three affiliate local association which form the think tank group. So we expect anyone that is in think tank group to be associated with one of the clubs or the organization, which is
Okay.
the Badon Land Development Association, the Oluyole Diamond Sisters, and the Oluyole Progressive Union, for which I'm a member. So the
Okay.
think tank group is open to all Ibadan indigenes if they are registered with one
In
of these
one of the
associations.
groups.
Yes.
Okay. So they have to be registered with at least one of the groups before
One
they
of
can
the
be part of the think
associations.
tank. And is there any age limit for this?
There's no age limit, but what we do is to make sure that people who can join are above 18 years old because there is no facility for young children at the
The
moment.
children.
We hope to inculcate and bring on board our children so they can start learning from us about Ibadan culture, Ibadan traditions, and Ibadan history as we go along.
Okay. So the think tank group, what's the mission of this group? What exactly is the group hoping to achieve?
It is formed to try to bring together all Ibadan indigenes under one umbrella. Rather
Okay.
than different associations having a different agenda, we
Hmm.
want to have one agenda, which is Ibadan agenda.
I
Our
see.
Ibadan agenda means to bring development and progress to Ibadan together, rather than just individual now doing their own. Like Yoruba say, Agbajo Owo la fi
Son,
sọ̀yà.
yeah.
Àjèjì owó kan kò gbẹ́rù dórí. So if we put together, we can try to formulate ideas and we can try to put resources, knowledge, understanding, experience that could influence and encourage development in Ibadan. And that's
Okay.
why we think we should form it. And again, we want to have a community where we can be mobilized. That when they say, oh, we're looking, typically, I don't want to use a typical example other than the people from Nigeria who are of different tribes. If you say
Hmm.
there are different types of Ijebu association, maybe Egba association, and they seem to be coordinated. So we felt we need to have our own Ibadan. Ibadan is the center of Nigeria. It's the first in of all cities, of all even places in Nigeria. So if Ibadan is well coordinated, we believe Nigeria will be well coordinated too. And development can happen quickly everywhere in Nigeria.
Okay, that is politics. Let me bring Alhaji in, for this part of the questions, because I heard Mr. Gbadamosi mention that you are hoping to make some impact back home. Is one of the agendas that the Ibadan think tank group have, to be able to make impacts back home. And I know the group has been going on for some time now. What are the impacts this group is making already or has made already in Ibadan specifically?
Thank you, moderator. Uh, all said and done by President Gbadamosi. We in the Ibadan indigenous in diaspora, we try to elevate and empower people in Nigeria. We people who are needy, we do give them cash incentives. In some secondary school, primary school, we do print exercise books. Some hospitals, we do buy beds, some beddings, and all sorts of things.
Wow.
We are just trying to promote and elevate poverty in Ibadan.
That's,
We were registered here as a charitable organization, and all our constitution is embedded with all these things I've just mentioned.
yes, sir.
So we help people here and Ibadan, but it's not exclusive. Everywhere we can find any Ibadan indigens that is in need, we do assist in whatever form we could.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm just going to read this one. Uncle Tokes just put an information. Barrister Gafar Lanre, he didn't tell me he's a barrister. Barrister Gafar Lanre Gbadamosi is the
Oh, but no, I
president
just
of
noticed.
Oluyole Progressive Union, UK and Ireland. Fantastic. And I think there's another information. Oh, okay. Pastor Wale Dosumo is taking us back a bit. There are certain annual festival that Ibadan people don't joke with. One of such is Ololu. Kindly tell us more about it. I think it's Alhaji that will answer that.
Yes.
Yes, I can. Alhamdulillah. When we are very young, I will say that I'm still young. Ololu is one of the foremost masquerade in Ibadan.
Hmm.
It is forbidden for women to look at the masquerade.
Okay.
Those that you know, there are a lot of masquerade in Ibadan, but Ololu is one of them who are very, very important and people don't joke with.
Hmm. I see.
Women are forbidden to look at the masquerade.
Does Ololu still come out?
Of course, yes. It's always the last one to come out. But I think the uh, routine and the way they do things now is different from the time I was talking about.
Hmm.
Oloro still do come out, but the it's been contained the way things are done now.
Okay. All right, sir. So, Pastor Wale Lusuma, I hope you got that information. Thank you for asking that question. Another daddy just joined us, Abdul Fatah Sholuade, and he says, "Well done. Thank you so much, sir." Yeah, bit by bit we'll be doing this, but we are going to go on to the next question. How does Ibadan? Because a lot of people think, oh, these charity organizations registered in the UK, they get funding for some of the things they are doing. So people don't really see like a big deal. But I just want you to clarify, how does Ibadan Think Tank Group UK fund all the projects? Who foots this bill? I think Barrister would like to answer that.
Well, regrettably, most of what our funding and resources are geared from our members
Okay.
and our donors and family and friends,
Okay.
because our beneficiary mostly of what of the project we do is in Ibadan. We know, I mean, we have fair understanding of what the law, legal requirements about charitable purposes.
Hmm.
So our beneficiary must be here rather than UK. So what we do in terms of charitable association is about what we do for people here. But for what we do from Ibadan, as my uncle has said, we've done quite a bit of stuff. On our part, as Oluyole Progressive Union, we focus on Adeoyo Hospital and we've done that creditably for nearly 30 years. And we actually focus on a particular ward in the hospital,
Okay. Which one is
all
that?
nine wards. And what we do is to make sure we provide everything, including sources
So,
for
sorry, Barrister, we didn't hear that properly. Which word is that?
a
Which word?
gynae ward. It's a gynecology ward within
Gynecology.
the hospital. And we like everybody that's involved, everybody that's Ibadan, that love Adeoyo Hospital to keep sustaining it. So one of the things that we done recently is to try to procure for them electricity solar system, which
Wow.
means that they will not lack electricity throughout, whether day or night, throughout that word. We don't want it to be just that word. We want it to be that with the whole of
The
Adeoyo
whole
Hospital,
of the hospital.
so that the services could be modern and the services could be available to all those who needed them or at any time of the day, including the night. Because we know there are difficulties now, and it's one of the reasons why we felt that what we are doing as a unit, as a one group, can easily facilitate and encourage what in achieving our purpose quickly. So
Wow.
that
Thank you so much, sir.
my pleasure.
We're still going to talk more about this, especially about the group and how people can join the group. Later on towards the end of the show. But now I want us to now talk about the reason we're here tonight. Ibadan Cultural Festival UK 2023. So, what is this festival all about?
The festival is to celebrate Ibadan,
Okay.
to celebrate Ibadan traditions, cultures, and history. And we think because we are too far away from Ibadan, not all of us, even some of our children, have never been to Ibadan. And for us to inculcate it to them and to encourage them and to give them a fair understanding of what we represent, we felt we should be celebrating these festival here. And thankfully, the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes licensed us to do some of the things that we can to make sure that at least our culture is brought home to people that are here and that no one makes too much about Amala and Begiri that always characterize the ceremony. So this is why we do it. We felt that we need to try and bring on board and try to bring everybody together and celebrate Ibadan as if we are in Ibadan so that we don't miss home too much.
Too
It's a
much.
form of mobility scheme that we think we could do.
Okay, I'm going to bring Alhaji in again so that he can also answer this question. I learned that this festival actually took off last year, so this is about the second year. So, what was the response like from the people last year?
Alhamdulillah, the response was very, very, very encouraging. And I'm pleased with the post-mortem we did after the ceremony. So some of our children, they were really happy to see much of our culture. As you know, we Ibadan, we are very accommodative.
Of course.
We are cultured. As you know, gbogbo nǹkan Ibadan, we know how to greet people. We know how to respect people. Even though Every parent know this right from the beginning, but when our children grace the occasion, they see it being practiced in the public, and they were really moved, and they were encouraged that look, next year, by God's power, we will be part of this. This gathering again,
Yes.
because the gathering is bringing all of us together just to exhibit our culture and our vibrance in life. It's a social gathering. At least I don't think that is too much once in a year for all the indigents of Ibadan to come together and share things together. That is the main purpose. It's just to expose. It's part of exposure of our culture and the way we live in Ibadan and our food and dressings. I think that is the more we want to keep our culture going. As you know, I'm surprised that we are doing this in English. Could have preferred we talk in Yoruba, which
Lebanon.
we want our children to be doing. We don't want to lose our culture and background. But notwithstanding, I think every individual homes are practicing what I'm just talking about because we want to keep our culture, our language continue.
Amazing. Of course, we can speak Yoruba. Ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo wa náà la kúkú lè sọ
That is
Yorùbá.
good.
Ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ìlú òyìnbó la wà, àwọn kan náà wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń wo
Ìbàdàn
program
la
náà.
wá, Ìbàdàn la wá, Yorùbá la gbọ́.
Àwọn àwọn kan wà tó ń wo program yìí
Yes,
náà.
yes, yes. No problem. A lè máa mú olùmọ́lá, a lè máa mú olùmọ́lá, as long as they will
Ẹ lè
understand it.
sọ Yorùbá tó bá wù yín, ibi tó bá ti yẹ
Okay,
kẹ́ fi Yorùbá sí, ẹ fi Yorùbá sí.
okay,
But the main language of the show is English
okay.
because
Understood.
it's not just a Yoruba show, it's a show for the community. And we want to carry other people along as well. So nǹkan tó fà á nìyẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ lè sọ Yorùbá tó bá wù yín. Pastor Wale Dosuma has got another one for us on a light mood. Ibadan people are well accustomed to comparison, especially when they want to get at people. What is the reason behind this act in many Ibadan people's blood? So I don't know if you understand that question.
Yeah, ó dàbí pé nǹkan tó ń tà láti sọ ni pé Ìbàdàn máa ń ṣàfiwé èèyàn.
Afiwe?
So nǹkan tí Ìbàdàn torí pé Ìbàdàn orí wa pé gan, a dẹ̀ lọ́gbọ́n, a wò ó pé láti bá èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀, ó ní pé tán bá rí i pé àkíní ń dàbí orí bóyá ṣe násánásán bíi ọ̀pá àlọ́ṣọ. Pé ó mì pé ẹni yẹn wọ́n try láti control ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ at the same time wọ́n try láti make that comparison to make sure that the messaging gets across and the messages is heard. So when you are doing scientifically and for those who are teachers, you will see
Yes.
that when you want to teach a child, you have to show something, an object, to get their attention. So naturally, Ibadan are imbued with that skills and knowledge to try to make exact that comparison to buttress their point. It's only done to buttress point, not only to insult people or to abuse.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń sọ pé ẹnu àwọn Ìbàdàn sì mú gan-an.
No, I disagree with you.
Èmi lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá ẹnu àwa mú àbí èmi
Can,
àti
can I comment, my president?
wá.
Is a moderator. I'd like to expatiate on what Barrister Gafar was saying.
Okay,
You
sir.
see, àwa Ìbàdàn ọmọlúàbí ni wá,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, sir.
a dẹ̀ kóyàn mọ́ra. I will tell you a story. Tí mo bá ní time.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, sir, you have time.
I happen to get a title. I'm one of the Otunbas of Ayandolu. My title is Otunba Ariwabioye of Odu Ayandolu. You see, the Kabiyesi, even we didn't know was going to become a king. He always come to UK and I always entertain him and make sure he's well okay. So when he became a king, he said, look, I've never met any Ibadan man like this man. He deserves something. So when on my birthday about 7 8 years ago, that's when he proclaimed the title in the public, and he told the people this story I'm telling you, that I've never seen anybody a man like this man before. So I am confining him with a title of Ariwa Joye of Oduayandelu in Lagos State. So we by the people we were just humble people. Ọmọlúàbí ni wá.
I'm glad to hear that. I also have Ibadan blood in me, like I told Barrister earlier on, because my paternal grandmother was also from Ibadan. So yes, and Itutaba. Itutaba is where I know that their family house is.
Very close to Agodi.
Very close to Agodi. So I know about the
Very
Omoluabi.
close to Olubadan, nísìn. Ìgbé
Ikojina
àdó
Sile Olubadan,
bẹ́ẹ̀.
So I understand about the Omoluabi aspect of the whole thing, and I can confirm that as well, sir. Now let's talk more about this event coming up, because I know a lot of people, we want more information. Kindly run us through the program of this event. What should guests be expecting on that day?
Well, it will as we did last year, it will be very entertaining and very welcoming. One of the things we'll do a cultural dance, the Ewi, Oriki, and many other things that the time allow us, because we can only do things within a limited period.
Iria.
But what we want to do is to make sure some of the things that people have told us they want to see and enjoy, or some of the things they enjoy from the inaugural event will be repeated. And it will be fun. There will be plenty of amala and begiri.
Hey, Abula.
Adiri. So Ibadan party is always fantastic. Look, you can see me wearing Ankara. So there will be Ankara for everybody to be aware. Should be everybody will feel welcome and feel part of the process. So
Amazing.
everybody is invited. It
Oh, okay.
will be lit.
Okay. Especially that Abula aspect. People see
Oh
me
yes,
smiling and they will know that
yeah.
me, I like Abula. Yeah, and the Abula is free.
Oh well, everybody that has Ankara will come in and eat amala as many
But
times.
donation are well received.
Okay, so there's Ankara that people need to purchase.
Yes.
So how will people get this Ankara? How where is it
Um,
to get?
from if you look from our program, there's a number that we already inserted onto that program,
Okay.
onto that flyer, and everyone that can contact me or contact one of the affiliate associations, we
Okay.
have our information. I mean, we have contact across the land that will make sure that everyone get their own 6 yard Ankara, and
But
it's not very expensive. It's affordable to all, and
yes,
it's very high quality Ankara too.
but
So
that
I
information is
recommend
not
them.
on the flyer.
The reason why we don't put it on the flyer is because it will look too. I mean, it wouldn't look ideal. We
Okay.
felt, and then because it's only the starting week of the programming and the promotion of the event. That's why we didn't do that. I think that's an oversight on our
Yeah,
part.
because a lot of people will
Last
not
year.
know and they will just turn up thinking, they can just turn up and then I don't
But
know. We'll push
Ankara
that.
will be ideal, but everyone that come in to help us celebrate Ibadan and promote Ibadan will not be turned back if they turn up.
Yeah, any ticket for entry, Pastor
We are
Waledo
not
is
issuing
asking.
ticket. Ankara is your ticket.
Ankara is the ticket. Okay, so they
Yes.
just have to get the Ankara, like you said. Uh,
If
okay,
you contact me, my number is on one of the numbers
on
on the
on the
flyer.
flyer. So I'm trying to
So
run
we'll be able
through.
to direct you how to get
I
that.
love Abula. Okay. Olutonia Odusonya. Yes. Okay, sis. You love Abula, but the information is you can come in, but you need to get your Ankara. Your Ankara is the ticket to come in. And don't forget also that you need to also support the work that the Ibadan think tank group are doing already by way of donation. A few more questions before we go. Um, Now, there must be a reason this event is put together, Ibadan Cultural Festival. I heard that yes, you want to bring people together to celebrate. the culture and the festival. But is there a core mission that you want to accomplish with this? Apart from, bringing people together, what is the core mission of
Well,
this event?
if from our background and from the culture that we represent, what we want to do is to inculcate into our children and grandchildren, because there has been 3, 4, 5 generations of Ibadan people in United Kingdom, and we felt quite a few of them are disconnected, and we want to try and bring them closer to home, and closer to home not necessarily by going to Ibadan if they don't want to, but by showing them what they are missing by not wanting to go. He tries to promote Nigeria, which is invariably when we promote some of the culture of Nigeria entity, we are promoting Nigeria itself. And we want to try and make them feel connected and feel part of the process of making sure our community, our society is empowered and developed. So we think we can achieve much more, more than just coming together and eat amala and dancing. We think we're going to let our children see some of the values, some of the qualities that we do. I am an Ibadan son, and I grew up in Ibadan, and I'm everything that anybody wants to be in life. And by coming together, we can influence and empower our children in terms of their career
Yes.
focus, and in terms of aiming higher and willing to achieve more. Because when you see people who are successful, you want to be part like them, you want to be part of them. And the only way we can influence our incoming generation is to make sure they have role model they can look at and follow in their footsteps. So our purpose is not only just this social bit, but a long-term process to make sure that Nigeria and Ibadan go forward and progressively advance, so that we can bring that progress and that success back to Ibadan and back to Nigeria as a nation.
Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, we are rolling to the end of the show, actually. I have Alhaji Ghaniyy Ojetola and Barrister Abdul Gafar Gbadamosi on the platform this evening. And we've been talking about Ibadan, particularly Ibadan Cultural Festival UK 2023. So give us the date again, Sir Alhaji. Just give us the date when this program is coming up, the venue, and who to contact for further questions, sir.
Uh, the program, before I come to that, can I just quickly add to what Barrister Gbadamosi have just said? You see, coming together every year is part of making friends. I think most of us in the diaspora here, Ibadan as it is, I think gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà ló ti gba Ìbàdàn kọjá rí, one way or the other. We encourage our friends to come and establish one thing or the other in Ibadan, not just to build houses. We want people to establish their businesses in Ibadan,
Okay.
so our people can tap into it. We know a lot of people who have built houses, industry and all that, but we want more. So our gathering is part of bringing everyone together and to make friends. Ijebu, Egba, Ekiti, we are all friends. I know most of them have passed through Ibadan one way or the other. So just don't use Ibadan for one thing only. Use Ibadan as one of your pillar as well. Now, regarding the ceremony, ceremony is coming up on the 14th of July, and it's at Misham, somewhere in Misham. I think Barrister Gbadamosi can elaborate further on that one.
Okay, sir.
We used the same venue last year. For people who came last year, we know exactly where the place is. So it's not far away from central London.
Okay. So Barrister, can you kindly tell us the
But
venue?
the ultimate event will come off at 105 Bond Road in Misham. Sorry. at a banqueting suite called Chak 89. It's a very lovely, pleasant place and very welcoming. We went back there because of the experience we had last year, where everybody is invited to come and experience it. To describe it would be unfair, but come along, join
Okay.
us, and have a fantastic experience. You
So
would love to
what?
have known Ibadan. You would love to be part of it.
Yeah.
You're
So
welcome.
words would be inadequate to describe the experience last year. So
Brilliant,
people,
brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
someone is asking a question. Are children allowed? Yes, Sister Tonia, children are allowed. Absolutely,
Children and their parents,
and
yes,
their
not just
parents. Hmm.
And it's not compulsory you should buy Ankara, but it will be advisable. But if you come, donation is thankfully received.
Saved. Okay. So people don't just come and eat amala and go. Be
no.
prepared to support the work, that Ibadan think tank group and the other Ibadan groups, indigenous groups are, already doing. I think another question is popping up. Like I said, BO and community beats are welcome. Absolutely, sir. We will be there by the grace of God. Just to let you know as well that this particular episode of the program is powered by Uncle Tokes, that's Mr. Akintokumbo Adejumo, to support Ibadan Think Tank Group UK and, of course, the Ibadan Cultural Festival UK 2023 is a way of giving more exposure and more publicity to this event that is coming
Thank you
up.
very much.
So
Thank
if
you. So,
you're welcome. So if you're watching us or you can hear us, I want you to mark your diaries and please join the Ibadan people. They are my people as well. Join the Ibadan people to celebrate this fantastic cultural festival. Just a few more questions. I would like to talk about the other groups. Like this is an opportunity to invite Ibadan indigenes and friends in the UK to the group and of course to the festival. Will Alhaji like to do that?
Yes, I belong to Ibadan Land Development Association UK. Uh, our motto is ìdàgbàsókè ìlú Ìbàdàn ló jẹ wá lógún. The development of Ibadan is our priority. So membership is by application or by introduction.
Yeah.
There is no joining fee, but as I said, nothing is for free. We meet the last the third Saturday of every month. That's when we meet, and it's for male and female of Omo Ibadan. When you join us, we will do an interview. You'll be able to tell us your name, your compound, and your oko, the village,
Agbole, Agbole
agboolé,
àti oko.
agboolé, oko tó ti wá, because we have had some people who penetrated into us before. They are Ijebus, but they call themselves Ibadan. But eventually, we have to expel because not that we don't like them, but we just want to be what we according to the constitution of the association. You'll be able to tell us agboolé yín, oko tẹ́ ẹ ti wá, orúkọ bàbá àti orúkọ ìyá.
Wow.
From there, we will do the fact finding. Then, if you are okay, you'll be accepted. So every Ibadan indigents are welcome.
Okay, sir. Àwọn tí wọn bá wá mọ agboolé wọn tí wọn mọ́lé.
Yes, thank you for that. Somebody have to call his dad in Nigeria to say, Bàbá mi, mo fẹ́ dọmọ Ìbàdàn, mo fẹ́ ṣe ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Ìbàdàn, wọ́n lọ máa bolé wo ni mí. The man have to talk to one of us and he has to tell him the village he came from.
Oh,
And the woman live in Ikorodu. All her life was spent at Ikorodu. But ọmọ Ìbàdàn dẹ̀ ni bàbá ẹ̀. So eventually we extracted where the lady came from the father.
yes, sir. So for the people here in the United Kingdom, I want you to also tell us the groups available for the people in the United Kingdom, the Ibadan indigenous groups.
the Oluyole Progressive Union, which I am currently the president,
Okay.
Ibadan Land Development Association, which is like us, a male and female association, Then we then have Oluyole Diamond Sisters. Those
Okay.
are mostly ladies.
Right.
And ladies of age range over 18 are welcome to join. Oluyole Progressive Union, like Ibadan Land Development Associations, been in existence for well over 30, going to 40 years as an association. Our motto is So Ibadan May Excel.
Hmm.
All our focus and our purpose is to take back to Ibadan. And so what we do with the donations and the contribution we collected are used to do one project or the other in Ibadan. And while people get donations or giving us support all through, we still want to do more. So Ibadan Progressive Union is welcome to male and female who are above 18, who are in the or from the indigenous Ibadan group, who can establish and prove their family and connections. So everybody is welcome.
Okay. Sister Olutonia Odusanya is asking a question. What about if I was born in Ibadan and live in Ibadan all my life? Can she join?
Yes, I can answer that question. Ọ̀rẹ́ Ìbàdàn ni yín,
Eh,
but ọ̀rẹ́ Ìbàdàn ni yín, we have them because kò sí nǹkan tí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tèmi, most of my friends are Ìjẹ̀bú, kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe tí wọn ò ń pè mí sí, kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tèmi náà ń ṣe tí mi ò ń pè wọ́n sí. So hardly you know where I come from, but òǹkàlùkù ló kò lè jẹ́ ti bàbá tọmọ, ọmọ mi á là, òǹkàlùkù ló mọ ibi tó wà, ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tí wọ́n bí sí Ìbàdàn tó lọ school Ìbàdàn tó ṣe gbogbo nǹkan Ìbàdàn tó kọ́lé Ìbàdàn tó yẹ pé Ìbàdàn ló náà ó darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ọkàn yẹ pé a mọ bí tí gbogbo ẹ ti jọ tààlà wà ní.
So,
I think I answered that question, moderator.
very well, sir. You answered it very well. There is another. Okay, this Ebunlomo Adetunji. Well done, my daddies. One key. One mommy wakona key. Well
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
done, my
bẹ́ẹ̀ni àwọn
daddies.
títà wa nìyẹn.
Okay.
Àwọn tó bá ọ̀rọ̀ Nàǹkárá nìyẹn tẹ́.
Oh, okay. So, so if you are connected with Madam Ebunlomo Adetunji, maybe on Facebook or so, you can actually ask her about the Ankara if you want to be part of.
Yes. If you
Yes.
want 100 pieces of 6 yards, he will get it for you.
Okay, fantastic. It's even good that she joined us, Ebunlomo Adetunji. Okay, ma, Eshema. So if you want Ankara, Sister Tonia, you need to connect with Madam Ebunlomo Adetunji, or you can call one of the numbers on the flyers. I'll be sharing this flyer again on my platform once this show is over. Okay, thank you, sir. One key, sir.
Thank you,
Ẹ
madam.
ṣé o.
I think another question just popped up. Please let them recite Ibadan Oriki for us. Aha, we're coming to that. Ibadan Madi Orosu.
Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó fẹ́ gbọ́ yẹn fẹ́ ṣe yọ sanwó.
Pastor Wale Dosunmu. Gbowole.
Àwa ṣe yẹn.
Ọmọ Adi Orosu. Ọmọ Adi Ẹ̀gbínjẹ̀ kára wọn, máa fi kára wọn fọ́rí mu. Okay, ẹ ṣeun lótú. Aṣọ la ní fún yín mà. Mi gbọ́ yẹn dáadáa, ẹ ṣeun lótú. Aṣọ la ní fún yín mà.
Wọ́n dúpẹ́, àti pé wọ́n fẹ́ dúpẹ́ fún yín ni.
Okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Okay.
Ẹ ṣeun olóòtú, Ọlọ́run á dúpẹ́ fún yín, mo believe pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fẹ́ jẹ́.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Typographical stuff, error.
One person should do the invite. Okay, so now let's do the official invite to the festival. Rafi round of program, Lenisa. The official invite. So this is you now talking to people in the community. Amima.
Àkí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó ń gbọ́ wa lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbà. Àkí olóòtú, àkí ọmọdé, àkí àgbààgbà. Gbogbo Ìbàdàn ń pè é pé kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ wa, kẹ́ wá bá wa ṣe àjọyọ̀ ọjọ́ Ìbàdàn tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ 14 oṣù keje ọdún 2023 ní ilé àgbàfẹ́ tí wọ́n ń pè ní Chap 89. Ó wà ní 105 Bond Road ní Misham in Surrey. gbogbo yín la pè àtọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà ẹtúyẹyẹ ẹtúyàyà ẹ wá bá wa ṣe Ìbàdàn á gbé gbogbo wa o ẹ ṣé o.
Déètì yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí sà.
The event will take
Ibadan Cultural Festival
on the 14th of July at
2023.
105 Bond Road, Mitcham. Sorry.
And the time?
We welcome everybody, both young and old.
Ní ọjọ́ yẹn, a máa tayò, a máa ṣe gbogbo eré tí Ìbàdàn fi máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ á ta draft, á tayò, á pàlọ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a fi máa ń ṣèdárayá ní ẹ̀dẹ́ abíni láṣẹ níjọ́ náà. So kí ẹ túyáyá kẹ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn ọmọ Ìbàdàn. Àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni o.
Ìyáàfin Odùsànyà wọ́n ní èlò ní àǹkárá.
£25 ní ọ̀pá mẹ́fà.
25 ní ọ̀pá mẹ́fà. Ṣé rí pé owó yẹn mọ wọ́n bá.
Very quality one, beautiful.
Ṣé àǹkárá yìí tó máa ti rà lọ́dún yìí ṣé òun náà la tún máa wọ̀ lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ àbí lọ́dún tó bọ̀ àtún máa rà ní?
Ọdọọdún la máa gbé mi jáde o.
Ọdọọdún ni tọ́.
Tá a wọ̀ lọ́dún tó lọ ọkọ la fẹ́ wọ̀ lọ́dún yìí o. Torí ọdún ni bí pàǹṣọdún ni.
Ọdún ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Èèyàn máa wọ aṣọ tuntun ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o.
Ọdọọdún la dẹ̀ máa rórógbó.
Àmín àmín.
Nǹkan tuntun ní ọdún tuntun ni.
Àmín àmín.
Tó ẹ bá ra àkàrà yẹn ó wà bóyá kí etígbó tẹ bá fẹ́ a máa lè bá yín rí.
Arákùnrin Adékúnlé Ọláníyàn wọ́n ní ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀ o ààrẹ, ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀ o bàbá.
Ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀ o, ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀ ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ kí n tún wá àwọn òun náà tún ti màmá wa náà ni Ẹ̀bùn lọmọ Adétúnjí wọ́n ní ẹ ṣeun olóòtú àti mo rò pé àti kà yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n ń ṣàdúrà fún yín ni. Wọ́n wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi tó pé ẹ ṣoríire mà.
Ẹ ṣoríire mà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà àmì o ẹ ṣe mà Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà wa.
Olóòtú ṣé mo lè hádìí wọn kan mọ́?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Ṣe rí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ wa nílùú yìí, we have one umbrella organization in Ibadan tí wọ́n ń pè ní Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes. Kò sí nǹkan tá à ń ṣe tí wọn rọ́bà stamp. Torí gbogbo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Ìbàdàn pátá náà gbọ́dọ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn. Ẹni tí ò bá darapọ̀ mọ́ CCII kò í ṣe ọmọ Ìbàdàn. Torí kò sí gómìnà mọ̀ wọ́n, Ìbàdàn mọ̀ wọ́n, gbogbo kò sí nǹkan tá à ń fẹ́ adẹ̀nílé lókè Àrẹ̀mọ Ìbàdàn house níbi gbàgàlà ẹni akọ́lé yẹn sí. Ibẹ̀ ni gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba fọ́tò àwọn lọ́balọ́ba tó ti jẹ́ Ìbàdàn. Ibẹ̀ ló wà gbogbo nǹkan archive Ìbàdàn ibẹ̀ ló wà. So Ìbàdàn táwa ń polongo rẹ̀ yìí ó yé wa a sì mọnú a mọ ẹ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀. So ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa náà tí ó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ Ìbàdàn tó gbà Ìbàdàn kọjá láìdá kó lọ léèwé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o tàbí kó ní nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o ara kan náà ni gbogbo wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ra wa ká gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Ìbàdàn lárugẹ nínú ọdún tá a fẹ́ ṣe yìí o. Ọlọ́run kó dẹ̀mí wa sí dìgbà náà lọ.
Àmín àmín àmín. Wá jẹ́ ká tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa ní orí òpó náà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn torí mo rí pé I think we've done justice to some of the questions. If there's any more information, any more questions, Pastor Wole Dosumu, thank you so much. It's good to have you on this platform. Àti bàbá wa Akintokunbo Adéjùmọ̀, thank you so much. Àwọn ni wọ́n jẹ́ kí ètò yìí ti alẹ́ òní kó wáyé báyìí tí
àdúpẹ́ gidigidi lọ́wọ́ wọn.
Thank you very much indeed. Àmọ́ lóore o.
Àwọn kí n tún àwọn àlejò wo náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa kíní náà. Olútóníà sister Olútóníà Odùsànyà màmá wa ìyá àbèjì ẹ ṣé o. Àwọn wà jẹ àbùlà.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Kara £25 ní ọ̀pá mẹ́fà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Just like you. So I hope you heard Sister Tonia. The children are allowed once they are accompanied by adults. So àwọn ọmọ lè wá tó bá wá pẹ̀lú àgbàlagbà. Nípa àwọn náà, àwọn tó ti darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa náà nìyẹn. Bọ́láńlé Akínríbí Ṣóyọ̀ǹbọ̀ Alẹ́wà bí ọ̀kín. Àwọn sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní àwọn Oníbàdàn. Àwọn náà ń kí wa ò ní àkóṣe o. Ẹ ṣé o, thank you so much. It's good to have you here. Àwọn wo ló tún ti wá? Mo rò pé àwọn tí àti ìyáàfin Ẹ̀bùnlọ́mọ Adétúnjí. Ẹ ṣé o, ẹ ṣé. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, we have been talking about Ibadan Cultural Festival UK 2023, and this is a festival that's been established to bring Ibadan indigenes and friends together to celebrate culture, to kind of bring the community together so that people will not lose touch completely with home. So it's going to be like home away from home. Me, I am looking forward to Abula. People know me and my Abula. I don't joke with my Abula.
You're welcome.
So yes, community beats will be there. We'll try and do a bit of coverage just to show you in case you're not able to make it, but I pray you are able to make it. Plan towards that day. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a plan towards ọjọ́ yẹn kí a wá gbé àwọn Ìbàdàn lárugẹ. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀rẹ́ Ìbàdàn ní ìyàwó Ìbàdàn, ọmọ Ìbàdàn, àbúrò Ìbàdàn, gbogbo yín náà kẹwàá gbé ọjọ́ yìí lárugẹ. Ìbàdàn Cultural Festival UK 2023. We'll continue to promote it, towards that day as well. We'll continue to promote it. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ aṣọ Ankara yẹn ni ticket tẹ́ máa fi wọlé. Ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kankan tẹ́ bá ti ra Ankara yẹn £25 ni ó mọ́ níwọ̀n bọ́wọ́ èpọ̀ jù kò lè níyan lára. Kódà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń dání mọ́ £1 gan látẹ̀ní á pé kó tó di ọjọ́ yẹn £25. Ọ̀pá 6 lẹ́dẹ̀ máa gbà. Wọ́n ní Ankara ojúlówó Ankara dẹ̀ ni. So at this point in time, I would just like to say a big thank you to you for honoring my invitation. It's been a lot of work we've done in the background, to arrive here. And thank you so much for cooperating. Thank you for honoring my invitation as well. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you for the privilege.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting us.
Alhaji Ghaniyy Ojetola, àwọn bàbá wa. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir.
Thank you. Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́ o.
Barrister
Abdul.
Ami, sir. Barrister Abdul Gafar, Gbadamosi. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Ẹ ṣé o. Ilé-iṣẹ́ yẹn á máa gbòòrò sí lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín.
Ìbàdàn Adẹ́gbẹ̀yìn náà.
Àmín o.
Ẹni ká lè ṣẹlẹ̀ Ìbàdàn tí gbogbo
àmín o.
Àmín
àṣẹ. Thank you so much. You're welcome, sir. Goodbye, sir. Thank you for joining me this week. It's always a pleasure. This program will come on every Monday at 6 p.m. So it's no longer 10 a.m., 6 p.m. Do join us then and take care of yourself.